Well, good day and welcome to Saturday Car Stereo Talk with your hosts, Dean and Fernando. And today is a special day. We're going to get to your questions. You guys have questions, we're going to get to them. But before that, we're going to do a MasterTech Expo recap with a guest. And you'll find out who that is in a minute, but let's bring everybody in.
I know, right?
Welcome to the show, everyone. And it is Saturday, and we seem excited, but I got to be honest, it's all fake. We're tired. We're very tired. But thank you guys for joining us today. Fernando's put together a really cool slideshow of the event, and
it's only 400 pictures.
It's not 400 pictures. Feel like a Sam Eagle Disney moment. Some of you will get that. But we have a guest. Mr. Bryan Schmitt is in the house.
Hello.
Creator of the expo Haley's best friend now, but, my wife might think differently. How are you today, sir?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me on, guys.
I mean, I just feel like, how could we not?
Yes.
Good evening, Brad.
Hello, Brad.
So, hello from Nashville. Hello. Hola.
Nice.
Good evening. Oh, we'll come back to this. I'm going to star this question. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But evening, gents. Good morning from New Zealand.
Hello.
Hello from Vegas. Yeah. They come from all over to hear our nonsensical stuff. Hi, guys.
Hello.
And welcome to the show. This first segment, we got to get that out of the way and pay some bills. This first segment is going to be brought to us. All right, let's try that again. This first segment is going to be brought to us by the fine folks at Moscone. That's right. These guys right here. If you're interested, we'll talk more about them later in the show, but Moscone.com. So how was the event? How did the event translate out? Like, how was the attendance compared to previous?
Oh, this year was better than ever. We feel it was up about 20%. And we're looking at a lot of the numbers, and it was over 40% of new people. So that is awesome and super encouraging.
I saw so many new people, in there. It was fantastic, to be honest with you. Like, seeing new people at the event in the morning when Dean was doing the class and everything. He just like, hey, man, how many people, this is your first MasterTech? And everybody raised their hand, and I was like, wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we saw that too.
Yeah, so in our class, we kind of did like a 5 or 10 minute, like, if this is your first MasterTech, here's some things you should know.
Yeah.
We had a few slides that were just to like walk people through it. And it's like, there's paper in your bag for a reason. Don't feel afraid to get out and take notes, because if you think you're going to remember everything, you're not. It's a very long weekend, and trying to remember what you learned back on Friday, on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's why we give you that notepad and pen, so you're ready to be a student.
Yeah.
So it was a good time, and of course we want to show how good of a time it was. So we're going to bring this up here, and then I'm going to figure out how I did that, and I'm going to remove this. There we go, and I will just put that back up. So for those of you who don't know, Cardio Fab Mark is a giant. He crowds. I mean, he's like 6'3", and he's not short. So
it's my size.
Yeah,
my size.
So this is the very start. This is the meeting between the build-off team. This is you kind of like laying down the rules, getting everybody on the same page. They're getting their shirts. Dude, how cool were those shirts this year with the colored backgrounds?
That was awesome. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The Rockford team crushed. That was awesome, because we knew exactly orange team, red team, green. So it was super cool just to look at the team members, and you knew who was where. And I think we'll continue to do that for future events.
Yes.
I mean, it was definitely cool. I was very grateful that Tammy let us do that. Of course, then John had the task of actually getting it done. So thank you, John.
Thank you, John and Tammy.
Yeah. This is Haley setting up for our wheel of fortune, so to speak. So these are the clean wire guys, and I'm glad I brought Haley, and I know Michelle's super glad Haley was there, and Courtney, and everyone like used her, and I got to use her too. And we had a problem because we're like, we got all these guys, we got all these brands, we have days, and she's like, yeah, no problem, we'll do the Wheel of Fortune game. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, it's Google. And she literally just put everybody's name in there, and you hit a button, and it tells you who goes. It'd say, all right, you're going first and you're going next. And then they got to hit another button on another phone, and it told them what equipment and what day they were going to do it on.
Oh, wow.
And I'm fair. Like,
that's
that was fantastic.
And I was like, we were thinking like draw names out of a hat. So, and she's like, you guys are stupid. I'm like, no, we're old. So this is the tent. This is the outside of the tent. I think am I holding? Yeah, I'm holding the Modus amps.
That's the Modus.
Yeah. So we had a competitor that got to use those, Ahmed from Canada.
Yep.
So that was really cool. Did you know that? Well, we probably can't talk about that. We'll talk about it later. Anyways, this is our class.
Oh, just a few people. That's good.
Yeah. So this was funny. So in the morning, I was like, all right, everyone, we're gonna stretch. I said, everyone raise their right hand. Everyone raise their left hand. I said, okay, so they're not broke, they work. So when I ask a question, you can raise your hand.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah, because, I was like, you guys aren't Canadians. Well, some of you are, but most of you aren't Canadians because the Canadians never raise their hands.
I should try that trick at dinner because I always like, dude, you can't reach your wallet. I'm like, you got these alligator arms, so we should try that. You sit down and you're like, oh, you can reach your wallet for dinner.
That's so my hand.
Yeah. Left cheek, right cheek. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is kind of the look of the weekend. Everyone is just fixated on forward. Clean wire winner right there.
Yeah.
Ben Freeman from
from traffic jams.
Thank you.
Yeah. He absolutely
Jamil's gonna be like,
and dude, like this event was packed full. Every class was full. Everybody was paying attention, taking notes. So it was fantastic.
Yeah, the best note taker, your phone.
Yeah.
You just got to go back and look at it.
Yep. Yeah, it was super cool. There was a lot of great classes and the engagement was awesome.
Yeah. International people. So that was fantastic.
Yeah. I got some compliments. And it's rare, but yes, I did get one. I heard some guys say, hey, the interactiveness at MasterTech was so cool. It's not like they talk at you, they talk with you. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. And that kind of resonates, is like the instructors talk with you instead of at you. And there's a difference. And I thought that was super cool.
Yeah. I mean, there again, as an instructor, we're there to teach them something. Or we're there to make them understand something. So, I like to interact with the classes. I like people to become involved. I like to know they know what I'm talking about. And if they're not, I want to explain what it is I'm talking about. As it turns out, I needed to explain what amp pros were because they were like, we don't know what you're talking about. I was like, I wasn't prepared for that, but no problem. I can pivot.
Good. Nice.
Big classrooms. So these are still the first day classrooms. So these are the Thursday classes, which have giant classrooms. Fred tapped out at 300.
Yeah, 300 plus. It was
crazy.
And it was just a really basic DSP class.
Yeah.
That's Fred's class right there. I mean, and the room goes. You're seeing 2/3 of it right there.
Yes.
Yeah. That's Is that the ballroom?
That's part of the ballroom, A, B, and C,
Yeah.
So
there's Fred Lynch from Arc Audio. No dogs.
Oh, and his class was fantastic. Yeah, people were engaging and everything.
This was one of the drawing classes, the design
Justin
classes.
Kush and Tom Miller.
Yeah. Both these guys are, I think, great designers, and they just are able to articulate stuff that. A concept, an ideation, right into a finished product. It's super cool to see these guys execute and share their tricks in front of everybody.
So just real quick, can you tell just people that they listen and watching right now what kind of classes they?
What was the course lineup?
This is a drawing and ideation. So no CAD. but it leads you to CAD, and you could literally take your iPad, take a picture of a trunk, for example, and then you draw an overlay on top of that trunk, and they'll show you how to do it. And you kind of come up with those concepts, and it gives you a visual for all the your customer. These other pictures are just a kind of a blend of lots of different classes. That's Dave Cause. Just to give you an idea, he built that console just for that class, just for that 5-minute class. That's remarkable, in my opinion, to have props, and so did Nick and Sage. That enclosure, the front of that thing is beautiful, but they left the back of it open so we could talk about the detail and the construction and the strategy and how to use it as a selling tool, which I think is really neat.
Yeah. I mean, I love going through TSA on my way to this class, because it's like you always have all these little things and props and trophies, and I always like honestly, okay, Cats one is bringing the best prop, okay, because him and his team put together that amazing 3D printed door panel, but it is definitely everybody wants to bring the best props for their class.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, we had dozens of small props that we brought with us to talk about clean wire and 3D printing and laser printing and scanning and all the things about clean installation. So we brought all of that with us, and we had our camera set up, and we were showing people all the stuff. But yeah, so I mean, it's 100% an experience. Like the PowerPoint is there, but it's more there just so there's not a blue screen of whatever behind you.
Yeah, it's a storyboard to keep everybody on track and make sure you hit all those high points for sure.
Yeah. There's maps everywhere. Oh, and then the catalog this year with all of the
dude, that was the best. Yes.
Yeah, Haley loved that.
Yeah.
Haley's like, it's right here. It's in the catalog.
Yeah.
Mean Haley. Her name was Mean Haley.
Yeah. Well, we'll see someday if the boss will let us turn that into something bigger than what it is now. So, but for right now, it works.
Yeah. This was the sewing class.
Yeah.
There again, attendance is, there's Mary Lou.
Yeah.
And there he is, Mr. Audio Frog himself, Andy.
Yeah.
Always a great presenter and entertainer.
He loves it. He just loves it. Yeah.
And he's an entertainer. He has a good time up on stage. You always enjoy listening to him. And of course, this is the Clean Wire Build Off, or Clean Wire Challenge.
Yeah. There's Dalton. Look at that setup. I mean, that's some dude. There's some assets out there. Boy, look at all that stuff.
Oh, dude, it's funny too, because I always ask, what are you going to have there? And I'm like, why? You're just going to bring your own crap. And most of the guys brought tons of stuff of their own. There's camp.
Dr. Sean Olive.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I got to catch about 2/3 of his class, and in the amount of time we spent there, like this is everybody listening. Like there's the jail audio guys.
So, exactly. I just want to point it out. These guys are the teachers.
Yeah.
Teaching at MasterTech, but they are there listening.
Yeah. We were all in this guy's class because what he talked about was there's John Myers in that class, because he enlightened. There's me standing against the back wall, and all the JBL guys are in front of me, because he talked about what they do, what they look for. Oh, there's Manville Smith.
Manville,
so it was quite an enlightening experience to have somebody on that side of the fence talking to us and telling us some of the thought process that go into it, Archie and his wife. And then showing examples of their work. And Andy got up at one point and was like, guys, does this look familiar? This is what most of us are doing. So we know we're on the right page. We just don't have hours and hours of scientific data to prove the point.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Well, he did a fantastic job. And I feel like if you're going to teach in this class anymore, you'd probably have to have a doctorate degree or something to that caliber to be teaching, because you just saw top tier presenters in our field become students instantly. And that's pretty humbling for a lot of people. So
yeah.
Next year, Well, just hang on. We have someone equally as qualified to teach this course, so it is going to be incredible.
I bet you he would even come back, because after he got it, he was like, and dude, he had the best, most driest sense of humor I have ever heard in my life, and he landed every one of them, and I could not stop laughing. I was like, oh my dude, it was perfect, because everyone's like, oh, he's really dry, and I was like, bro, he is on point, man. This guy is great. I will party with him whenever.
Yeah, he's brilliant for sure.
Yeah. So real quick, we're just gonna hit
Boston
that one
Mike.
right there.
Is enrollment open next year yet? Such a great show. Top-notch trainers and demo vehicles. Great competition with the best of the industry. Top-notch vendors to help bring shops to the next level. Very well organized and put together. A must-go to every year. Thank you, Boston Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
It's all about the nose, Mike. It's all about the nose.
Live your best life, brother.
Yeah, and of course, demo cars. One of the most impressive demo cars.
So this is Herman's.
Yeah,
this is the back Herman's car with the Atmos system, who also took home the trophy for the most for voted. Because the attendees get to vote for the best class, the best car, and the best booth. Haley was put in charge of getting those, and she was ruthless. She was like right in front. People be talking. She's in there with a clipboard. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, that's my girl.
Yeah, that car was phenomenal. I personally listened to it, and you hear the glass break, and it just went all the way around. It was incredible.
Wow. Yeah. No, we got a chance to film it. Oh, there's the keeper of all.
Yeah.
Juan. Yeah. This show would not happen without Juan.
It would not happen. No.
Yeah. Marklin up on stage.
Yep.
The Maestro guys.
Nice.
Phil. The JVC guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, JVC Kenwood guys. And of course, we have some other characters in the picture there.
Yeah. Hazim.
Yes, my brain was farting.
Yeah. Kenwood won the best trainer.
Yeah. Kenwood.
Yeah. Josh and team. Yeah. They did fantastic.
Yeah. Josh Marcus and Kelvin.
Yeah. And Mercedes.
And Mercedes, yeah, sorry. Yeah. So for anybody that was there and was wondering where I got the candy from that you all kept calling old guy candy, right there, Mr. Steve Cote was the candy man.
Yeah, this was their ad for the show.
Yes. That's it. Cool? I told you it was on the page.
I didn't get it. I didn't get a book.
Yeah.
I didn't get a book. I knew right where I needed to go.
A collector book.
Yeah, I knew where I was going to be the whole event, in the back at the Clean Water Challenge. So
yeah.
That's where I went. Oh, there's Fro. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every single car had a line for them to, get into the car and listen to it. It was.
So was this the most amount of demo cars we've ever had at the event?
Yes, and high-level demo cars. I mean.
Oh yeah.
I was phenomenal. Every car was a zinger. I thought it was.
I mean, as soon as you make something a challenge, and a trophy,
then
the best.
Yeah. There you go. There's the BMW.
There's
there's the coveted bow.
How do you like building those bows, Fernando?
That was fantastic. No, they actually.
What am I doing wrong?
Yeah. No, but as soon as you get the hang of it, it's like, okay, you just do this and that.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
Hey, Fro. Yeah.
No. MSC. Look at the popcorn. They had all the popcorn.
Dude.
And that was great popcorn. Their booth is, again, very interactive. All those monitors. You could walk through it without anyone even talking to you and understand the technology. And then their demo cars, again, Larry and team.
They had like 6 or 7 demo cars.
Yeah, their stuff just sounds great. It's nice. Yeah. Good stuff.
Tyler was there helping.
Yeah.
The whole booth and everything was fantastic.
This is them talking about the best prop there.
I was about to say, can we give the trophy to Katz and Charles?
Yes, 100%. I mean, and the effort too, just to get it there, you had to get it through customs and all the delay. It was a lot. And he took that on the airplane. He built it in his hotel room, to give you an idea. Katz did. So
of course he did.
Yeah. He like completed the whole thing in his room. So
that's crazy. Like the time of detail that he put in there is like, wow.
There's the two goofballs up on stage, of course, the MCs for the last day, and there's the winners. There's Team Orange. So Phil, Isaac, and Nick took home the gold.
Yeah.
And then of course the whole Rockford team in the back. Ken's over in the corner clapping.
Yeah. Hey, we had tacos yesterday.
I saw it.
Yeah, we had like a recap for just the team, and that's the beauty of Rockford next door. So
this was the AV team.
Amazing,
dude. Lifesavers. Those guys are ninjas, bro.
Yeah,
they're always where you need them to be, and they're super fast, and you don't even know they're there.
Yeah,
like
Bobby, Scott, Alan, Brandon, everybody. It was they were fantastic. They had their own QR code, phone number, and email for anyone that was presenting. So these guys were rock stars.
Yeah, no, they definitely made every presenter's life easier. So
when you have 52 presenters, you kind of need a team.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, and they own that, bro. They own that. They know exactly what's going on. Everything is all filled out. So is that the last one?
No, I got more.
Oh, keep going.
No, I mean that's.
Oh, you gotta hold on. Let me get you out of there. And he's got to switch. He's got to switch folders. So Brian, of course, or I'm sorry, Biscuit asks, "What we going to build next year?" Man, you ain't building nothing, bro. You're done. You're out. You're gonna sit in the corner.
Too soon to tell. We're still flying the plane. We'll let you know when we land it.
Yeah. No, next year. So next year is gonna be is gonna be fun. I mean, I know this will be year 5.
Yeah.
So
definitely it's gonna be a big year. Yes.
Brian doesn't like to let out anything too soon, but I can tell you it's gonna be different.
Well, every year is different.
Every year is different. Why I can say that,
and every year gets better and better. Yeah. So it's like
no, we got to pry information out of you. So it's like, come on, we got to tell people. Nah, not yet. Too soon. Too soon. So this is party night, as I like to call it. So to me, this was one of the best ideas that you had on year 1, and it's gone through all the way, which was the party Thursday night when everybody gets there. It's a big mixer. It's a big meet and greet. It just keeps getting bigger and more exciting. And there's bands, and there's one year there was fireworks, and it's just a way for everyone to say hi, get like find your friends, find your guys, get them all in, set your strategies for the week, catch up if you need to, so that come the next day, at 8:00 in the morning, we're all set and ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. It's an amazing way to kick off the event. A lot of people like to do this at the end. We like to do it in the beginning. Let's have a party. Everyone get reacquainted. Let's catch up and just set the tone and the vibe for the show. Starts this evening, and it just goes throughout the whole entire event, in my opinion.
Yes, rocket till the wheels fell off.
And they right there was like, you better attend next year. If you're not, coming for you. Right there.
Because he won't be there because he's retiring.
I doubt. I think he would come.
Oh, he would totally come.
Yes.
I mean, I saw Teresa. Teresa was there.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. She's like, Dean. I was like, Teresa. And then we just got pulled apart.
So this one was the awards, of course.
Yeah.
So, we had that was cool. So this was the new up and comer. So this is the child, as it were.
Yeah. Tyler.
Future's looking bright.
Yeah.
Larry is handing out. What did Larry do? Larry did
lighting, the best.
He did lighting, and then he did sales rep, which was new. So.
Well, it was we just did it because Mike Eckley was relentless on recruiting. He he brought a lot of people to the show.
Cool. Yeah.
He is an amazing salesman and good friend.
And now that we talk about, I think it has to be something.
Didn't you get booze though? Wasn't it booze? I feel like
he got champagne.
Yeah, okay. It's still booze.
Really nice bottle of champagne, yes.
Which is way better than a trophy, I'm sure.
Yes.
That's a really nice. Dave, of course, taking the wire.
Right there.
There it is. Yeah, look at
that.
Yeah. So, good job.
Yeah.
He
actually got teary-eyed. It was cool.
Yeah. And I'm up there giving away clean wire, which went to Eduardo at Techno Express.
You're whistling right there, like.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know what I was doing. I mean, you put a microphone in my hand. I just
That's
say
a mistake.
Stuff and,
that's a mistake when you do that. Yeah.
Nah, that's not true. We all had a good time. There he is, dude. He's freaking out. He's like, "Why are they calling my name? You know, Border Patrol. What's going on?" He's like, "I'm here legally." He's like, "No." Him and his crew do an amazing job, and you know, he's leading by example. And they just, you know, they've embraced the whole clean wire thing, as well as clean install.
Yeah.
So I was really excited to give it to a friend and somebody that's into it. Next up is the fabricator.
Yeah.
So we call in there again. These awards are committee based. We give them to, you know, the people that we feel deserve it. It's an honorable thing. It's you know, there's no you don't have to submit, you don't have to do anything like that. It just gets brought to the board, and
but you can see the type of work that they've been doing and how much they put into it. So yeah, it's a great way to recognize the people who are deserving, for sure. Yep.
And then this is my favorite award. So this is the we call it, it's not a lifetime achievement award. It's just somebody that's had a great life and is still continuing in the field. So Wayne Harris got it this year, presented by Gary Bell, who won it last year. This was emotional. I always love this because these guys always get emotional, and it's just so cool to because they're so deserving. You know, and
he's still doing a contribution for the industry.
Well, that's part of the prerequisite.
Yeah. We caught him by surprise. It was very cool.
There's me and Eduardo.
Yeah.
Oh, and so then we move on to Project M because they had their big party. This was Wednesday night?
Yes.
And they brought all their goods. They took us out to a cannery. I did some live streaming from there, and then this is day one. Everyone's getting their badge.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and there's Haley and Haley.
The pictures are jumping from all over the place just because. But
Hallway talk. Yeah. This is Audison does their 8-hour training, 5-hour training.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And, you know, it's noteworthy to point out that we'd like to put vehicles actually in the room. So if they request it, we want to put a vehicle in the room so they can do in-car testing or listening live, which is I think, really important.
Yeah, last year we had one in our room because we were doing sound treatment and stuff like that, and we could do a demo right there in the classroom.
Yep. Yeah.
So there's
and everybody's having fun, like inside, outside.
That's Fishman's wife. She
Debbie.
Just won in cornhole.
Yeah, that's Debbie. Yep. There's Hazim. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's Jason.
The MTX guys.
Yeah.
The Metro booth.
Jonathan.
They were big contributors. Dude, so Metra gave me like 50 10mm sockets of various types. So nut drivers, long shell. And that was one of the things we were handing out. And I had them in my pocket. I was like, do you want what's in my pocket or you want what's in my hand? You know? But dude, you hand an installer a 10mm socket. I could have handed them like
$100.
$100. And they'd be like, oh, cool, thanks. You hand them a 10mm, bro. These guys were losing their minds. Yeah. Like, we need to get a custom-made MasterTech Expo, like 10mm that we hand out. Like, holy geez, these guys, like, they would lose it. But, I mean, yeah, that was funny. There's Pate's car in the Orca booth.
Mm-hmm.
They had their new Raven product on display, which was really cool. They had the new amplifiers and also.
Oh, cool. You know, I didn't even see that. There was so much to see. So.
It was so much. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody was Dude, it was
the tent guy. I
fantastic.
love it how they go to a junkyard when they get there and pull a back door out of a car and bring it to the event so they can tent right there in the booth.
Is that what they did?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they did it last year, and the guy's sitting there holding the door, and we're like, guys, move! Your dude is just holding his door, and you can see him like, I'm getting tired. That was the winner.
That's the winner.
That's a beautiful door,
dude.
Yes.
And so this year we had judging, so we had 8 judges, and it was fantastic. So after everybody left, after the Ken Dig night. Ken Dig was judging, so got to follow him around, and he did his judging along with all the other judges, and they took their time, bro. I feel like I was there, like they're like, you guys gonna leave? So I'm like, hey, they're doing their job. Everybody relax, because security is tight. But no, they really spent a lot of time, and they were getting in there, and like they were super excited to be picked to do it, and they took it very responsibly.
Mm-hmm.
Clean Wire, Project M. There we go. And there's the start of the crazy spinny amp rack of guillotine of death.
Wow. I was like, what is this? Seriously.
There's the back of Ben's with where all the LEDs went in.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. So all the LEDs clicked into place. So he made the mounts, and it all clicked together. So it was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Everybody went crazy this year. So yeah.
Yeah. There they are.
Yeah, geez, look at that crowd.
Oh, dude, they were all up on him,
Yes.
man. He was sweating it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But he handled it well. I mean, all the guys did really well. All of them got done. Everybody was, there's Ben's. There's.
I mean, look at that. That's some effort. Like that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Dude,
Yeah.
he got big amps. He was like, man, I really want a smaller amps.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Well, he changed his design, because we're talking, and he's like, I thought I'm gonna get something like with the amplifiers with the wires facing down, and everything changed. He's like, I can make it work, and he won.
Yeah.
So,
That one's clean. Who did that one?
That was our friends from Canada.
yeah,
That was Daryl from Canada.
Yeah,
that one's very nice. That's
super clean. Yes,
I think you can plug that in and it works.
Yeah, and I think you should be able to do that. Like,
slow it down. We had prototype amplifiers there that didn't even have guts inside.
Yeah,
them.
I mean, that's cool. There you go. Another product launch right there. So
yeah.
That's a cool door panel. And
that was Alan.
Oh, yes.
Guys. Yeah.
They were all good.
And this is nice too, because like what you're seeing now is on Saturday night while everyone is outside, this time they're eating barbecue. We move all the Clean Wire stuff out so that the people can vote and vote for their favorite one. And then after the judges got done judging, I had some guys help me wheel all these out so that everyone could come in, and they kept that open until what, 10, 15?
10.
Yeah.
10? Yeah, it was probably a hard 10.
Yeah.
So, people could come in and under nice lighting and look around and see all the LEDs. I dimmed the lights, so it looked, kind of romantic. But yeah, no, it was really cool. Just, because then they could get close to it. They've been watching these things built for the last 2 days. So, now they can put eyeballs and fingers. I was like slapping fingers. Like, stop touching.
That was Sage door panel.
Yep. Sage Markland. And,
Sage. Yeah. And this one was.
Yep.
This was Biscuit.
Yeah, Biscuit Jr. and
Junior.
Javier.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. I still like the insert where it looks like a why do we keep flipping back and forth?
This one?
Yeah, so where the insert where it's like the Rockford
amplifier.
That
the
really
power
cool.
amplifier.
Yeah, that's probably the coolest element too. I like. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a segment of the amp. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're all
there
good.
we go. I was gonna say.
They're all really good.
So this is the back of the spinning amp rack of death.
I mean, it's impressive. Those things light up too, so they have to spin and have some contacts for power to light up.
Oh yeah, well it's all gear driven. There's giant gears, and also if you notice, like the aluminum is milled to the amp rack.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, because I sent them the basically the CAD file of that, but it had no like, and he scaled it up and
No, he definitely
figured
did.
it out. So
There you go. That's my favorite picture right there with the
That's
tag.
great. Yeah. Do you guys see what the tag says?
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
no,
That's the
they
reason why I
pointed
say
that out
that.
several
It's just
times.
like, did you read my tag? Because
Oh yeah, they're funny.
they did it. So
this was the final moments, I think.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
something. I had Mark up on stage
that's it.
and all the girls, and so yeah, that was it. This is yeah. What am I doing? Hit the right button.
You don't have any of Kindig, huh?
So
They're on another card.
I was moving all the displays and everything when that was happening. So I was not able to
And
take some
I
pictures.
didn't go and grab.
We have plenty, but that night was
Yep.
really cool as well, and it was massive. I mean, there was a lot of people in there. It was cool.
Oh, it was full. It was fantastic. I saw
Yeah.
some of the pictures that you guys post, and it's like
Packed. Yeah. Yep. And
Yeah, so you can definitely head over to MasterTech Expo on Facebook or Instagram, and there's a ton more pictures. I mean, it's funny because it was great because I never take pictures of myself, so I'm just going through and it's like, oh, there I am, and I download the picture.
Yeah.
So I was there. Look, somebody took a picture of me.
That's cool.
You know?
It was phenomenal. It was better than ever. I don't know how we're going to top it, but we sure will for next year.
I was gonna say
you always
come up with something.
You always do. So.
And then we just go, okay.
Yeah. Well, it's not a me, it's a we. It's all of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're the one that's out there, and we're just like, okay, we'll make it work.
Yeah, it's fine.
Really
I mean, this is a way to give back and to make something that never existed before amazing, and I think it's cool. I mean, it changes people's lives in a good way. So that's our goal.
And like we've said before, this is open to anybody that wants to come. So anyone that can, it's a pay for play option. So if you can pay for play, you can be there. One of the guys that was in the arc,
it was cars inside the classrooms.
Oh yeah. It was in the training room. But no, I one of the guys that basically followed us around, he just wanted to come.
Yeah,
wanted to come. He's like, I just want to go. He was in the classes. He was doing all the stuff, getting his learn on, figuring out how to do stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, why not? I mean,
if you're passionate about it, come.
Yeah. And the food was good.
Oh, the food was fantastic. Yes.
Oh, everyone loved the wraps.
Yes.
The wraps here for lunch.
Yeah.
It's so funny. If you go from bread to tortilla, it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
It's like same meat, lettuce, and cheese, bro. No, this is better.
Do you know how many tacos we served? I think it was thousands. Because everybody got a couple. It was literally thousands of tacos.
I think we're in a few, whatever. It was definitely a few or more.
Yeah.
We went over a couple.
I had
maybe double couple.
Did you have 4 to 6?
No, I had 2 chickens and a pork. That's all.
Really?
That's all I ever get. But I figured out.
I have 5, and then I'm like, I have to go in line again.
So I figured out what I want to do next time, though, because I was thinking, really, I like nachos. So next time I'm gonna go through the line backwards.
Yeah.
Build my nacho tray and then have them put the meat on top.
Yeah, they'll do that. They'll make you a quesadilla too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there again, Brad's right there with you. Says the wraps were great.
Yeah.
They were.
We did 8 meals. 8 meals and like a continental breakfast. I mean, we don't want you to leave. It's like you're on the cruise ship and everything is there for you. Do not leave. So
Fernando, you might have to explain to him. I don't understand the fascination with tacos.
You can understand. You have to go and taste it because they are so good.
Yeah, no, and those are great, dude. All the taco guy. I mean, I think we could probably do tacos every night, but
yeah probably.
Yeah. Tacos and pizza, baby. But no, in there again, like even the continental breakfast, those donuts. Oh my god, like I'm at the point I can't eat donuts anymore because like if I have sugar that early in the morning, I'm done, like heartburn central. But I'm just looking at those donuts, going, I gotta leave. I gotta leave. Because it's like a dream of just platter of donuts, and they all just look so good. And you're just
keep coming. They keep coming.
Oh yeah, and the cookies.
I think it's all part of the experience, and I think it's very
Yes.
important that everybody is just, they don't have to worry about that. You're in the mix. You're there to learn, collaborate, network, see a bunch of cool stuff, and I think we checked all those boxes for sure.
No, we had a wonderful time. Thanks for letting us be part of it as always.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys. You guys are
Yeah.
great partners, and my wife and daughter and Juan, we all love you guys. So thank you.
No,
it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. And to think it all started with him coming on a show like this and going, "Hey, next year we're gonna do this," and we're like,
surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we did it.
Yeah, and there again, the Build Off Clean Water Challenge. Can dig it there. Interview with Tony. The doctors of audio that were there. I mean, this is a world-class training, and it goes from 8 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a full, or we'll say 9 o'clock. Either way, it's a full day. It's just full day Friday, full day Saturday, half day Sunday, and it's not like Sunday is just like a wrap-up day.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday is there's a whole. One of the trainings is in the morning. Mm-hmm. So one of your 4 courses is in the morning. So you got to go to that. And then there's more trainings after that. There's like 2 more vendor trainings. It goes all the way to lunchtime. And then the show floor opens again. And there's another interview. And then there's the whole closing activities, who wins what awards. And so it's and you can listen to demo cars until the very last minute. And
mm-hmm.
they were like, I was talking with Brian, and Brian was like, "Dude, I gave so many demos."
His car was phenomenal too. So yeah. It's awesome. We love it. We feel like we set the bar. It's a totally different deal than anything out there. It's the who's. It's the top tier manufacturers, the trainings. Everything is, I think at the highest level for what we do, and that's, I think it's important.
And I think if you haven't had the chance, I don't know why, to attend this event, you have to. Because we can tell you all about, like, this is great, it was amazing, but you have to experience to know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So there's Haley. Shh, don't give away. Mary Lou wanted to get into one of the classes, and that was what I registered Haley for. So I was like, well, Haley's not going to the class. She's like, yeah. So, but no, it was great. And there again, it's a year away now, so you have plenty of time to save.
Yes, we're gonna go on vacation for a minute and relax and start the grind. But we'll have a door panel class coming up in 2 weeks, so if you guys are interested.
Wes was like, "Bro, I'm back here in 2 weeks, man."
We need to do a class.
I was like, "You have fun with that."
It's gonna be cool though. But both Wes and Dave Cause are going to be doing like a detailed breakdown in class, and you actually get to do it and build with them. The project is awesome. So yeah, if you guys are interested, it's coming up in 2 weeks. Dave and Wes are going to be co-instructors. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. That'll be good. Dave's definitely coming into his own. He's getting better at talking in front of people and teaching classes, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, both awesome guys. Mad respect, and we'll have some fun.
All right. Well, hey, man, we won't keep you. Thanks for coming on and enjoying this trip down last week's memory lane.
Before you go, so is MasterTech happening next year?
It is. So March 12th through the 15th. There you go. It is locked. Yeah, the 12th through the 15th. It's a Thursday through Sunday, like Dean said. And same place, same bat channel. It's going to be amazing and very different because it's year 5. So be on the lookout for some craziness.
There's going to be blimp rides. It's going to be blimp
rides. Maybe.
Well,
yeah, we never know.
Here we go, guys. You guys heard him. Just make sure mark your calendar so you're able to attend this amazing event.
Yep. So, all right. Hey, thanks, guys. Right. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, Brian. Have a good weekend.
Okay. Bye.
All right, folks. That was that. We had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Let's get on to it. We got some questions that are queuing up in the thing. I promised we'll take some questions. So ask away if we missed it. We want to thank you guys for at least giving us the opportunity to talk about what was MasterTech. going back to do a little bit of maintenance, I'd like to thank our sponsors so far for the show, Moscone Gladen at Moscone
America.com.
Thank you, as well as Audio Control. We did see a new audio control product while we were at MasterTech, Epicenter Micro Pro. Okay, and I wanted to hang on. Let me see something here. Let me see if I can do some magic. It was out in the open, so it wasn't like a secret. So that means I can show it to you guys. So hang on. Let me do this. Let me send it over here because I want you guys to see it. Now, one of the things that makes it a pro is the fact that it changes it adds an LC. Think of an Epicenter and an LC1i. Okay, added together. It had a baby, and it came out like that. And the reason why that is a thing is because we need a line driver built into the Epicenter so that we can have input and output gain control. So I'm gonna pull this up here. Can I go full screen? Ooh, I'm gonna go full screen. All right, so that's screen number 2, and I'm gonna shut that off for a second. There you go. So that's the new Epicenter Micro Pro. So it's a little bit longer than an LC2i Pro, but it's the same height as all of them. And you can see on the right there where my little mouse guy is, you can see the input gain, and then over here you can see the output gain, and then of course the Epicenter is right here in the middle, and then we have balanced and unbalanced, as well as so you have signal input, line level input, your load resistors are built in, your GTO circuit is built in, your ground isolation, as well as your PFM filter on and off. So it has all of the things that the Micro has, but it's added this whole line driver section to it. So pretty cool there. And of course, it uses the same bass knob. So you have effect and volume control on the bass knob. So that's pretty cool. Arc Audio, who's up right now, we got to hang out with them. We did record a podcast. We don't know how it turned out yet. So if you follow the podcast this week, if everything went according to plan, which I'll be checking tonight, you should be able to hear the class that Brian and I, the live podcast we did. So that'll be a lot of fun. And in there, we introduced a couple new products. And I'm not going to give them away yet, because if the podcast actually came out well, you get introduced to them in the class. So it's pretty cool there. If not, we'll tell you about them on Monday anyway. So there's that. But definitely you can follow it on the podcast. And if not, you can check out Moto. Very interesting in seeing more about the Modus speaker. Oh, very interested. Yeah, us too. So so the speakers that they had there, some of them were real, and some of them were not prototypes. So, which is cool.
I mean, technically everything is real because it was there, so you can. But they still working on that.
It's because it's not on Amazon Music. I don't put it there.
What?
He says I use Amazon Music. I know I need to. Podbeam.com is the easiest place to find it. I don't think they send out to Amazon. But anyways, no. So they, we'll see how it goes. Some of those thin speakers looked really exciting. Marty, yeah. And of course, we put up the video this week about the Martin Tool Company with the new soldering iron. Yeah. Lots of fun there.
Where's your box?
It's sitting on I put it on the shelf over there. Yeah. So anyways, we got questions. Hit me with some questions so we can get some of this stuff.
Here you go.
Yes. Hold on. Mike Green. Yes. Didn't you guys say the IRTA2 now runs on Android? There is an app that you can download. We do have a video up. So yes, you can. You still need the same USB-C to aux adapter. Apple's or Samsung makes one too. You just need a high-end version of it that has an actual DAC in it that doesn't suck. The cheap ones don't.
So I would recommend you go to Best Buy or Target or all these places that they actually sell the certified cables.
Good afternoon. In a video, Dean stated that SiriusXM audio is trash. I took the wife's car and have an Exelon 706 with KWXM tuner. Couldn't make it sound good. FLAC USB drive. What's the difference? So here's the reason why it doesn't sound good is that it's a broadcast and the receiver receives all the channels at the same time. That's why you can boom through it, just like you can FM. So they're transmitting all the stations actively at the same time. And so they have to use compression, and they compress the channels that are less popular, and they do less compression on the more popular channels. So it's, like you listen to Raw Dog Country, it's going to sound like this, and then you're going to get this going on all the time. And it's like, oh, this sucks. Now, if you want a better experience with SiriusXM, because there is one, and that is just stream it through CarPlay or Android Auto to your phone. It's cheaper, and you're only getting the one feed to your phone. So you actually get a much better sound. So that's literally what we tell anybody that wants to come in, like, oh, I'm a SiriusXM antenna. We're like, why? Just stream it from your phone. And they're actually already paying for it, and they don't even realize it. And then they'll go out to their car, and they'll be like, holy crap, it sounds so much better. And we're like, yeah, no, didn't know. Now, if you're one of those guys that likes to bang through presets, then it's not a good option for you. But if you're like, I listen to this channel, like most people just sit and listen to a channel, then listening to it on your phone will solve all those issues of crappy sound. Now, FLAC USB drive, what's the difference? There again, FLAC is a compression or a recording. It's a container for a file. You have tons of them. And so if you record something in a FLAC format and you have the appropriate file size going into it, a FLAC file will sound better. That's just, but there again, it's just the source unit. So you can make a FLAC file of a really crappy recording, and you'll just have a huge file of a crappy recording. So yeah, it's all about the Tupperware. Ask the above on a day you weren't taking questions, probably a news show. Figured I would try again. Thanks. Also, should I for sure send the positive? Wait, what?
Into the cabin?
Should I? All right. Send the positive in the cabin. Trim and 06 doesn't have a cable through. Thanks in advance. Is there a part one to this question?
I was looking into it.
I mean, it kind of sounds like, should I run my power wire through the cab of the vehicle? Right? Am I kind of getting that?
I think
positive
so,
in the cab. So if the amplifiers are going to be mounted inside of the vehicle, it does make sense to run the power wires through the firewall into the vehicle as quickly as possible. By doing that, you eliminate chances for other things to get in to affect the wire, so to speak. If you are going to run a wire underneath the vehicle, which in some trucks it does make sense to do that, you do have to make sure you properly shield the wire, because now you're exposing it to everything you drive over, and that could be bad. So proper shielding would be fine. If you just bring it into the car, though, then you don't have to worry about it. The downside in the car is, can you get it from front to back and not make the carpet look like it's got a dead animal underneath it?
So I've been watching China's putting the amplifiers on the back way of the 2006 Dodge Ram. Yeah, it's still powering. Pondering
my ground. No factory option. Should I bolt it to the floor or grom it through and go to the frame? So in an 06 Ram, it's all metal. Ground. Everything in the car is a ground. So it's an 06, so they might not have all the ground points that the newer ones have, but you can easily bolt through so like if you're going to drill a hole, just drill a hole and put a nut and bolt on it, and you're done. That's all you got to do. So there is grounding. The whole cab of the car is one big ground.
Yeah.
So, and they spend more time worrying about the cab being grounded than the frame. So they don't really ground anything to the frame of the car from the factory. So you want to keep it in the cab for sure. Now, as far as like the other part answered the question as far as that goes, but I would definitely, and you don't have huge amplifiers. I mean, you're like 2,000 watts. I mean,
it also helps to add another piece of under the hood where the battery is, to the frame of the truck.
I don't know if 06 they were using.
No, they not. But
it's an 06 though. They might have the voltage clamp on the ground side of that battery.
It's an 06.
Yeah, dude. So if on the top of the battery there's a plug, like with two wires coming to it and a little black box,
it's a regulator.
Just leave it alone. Don't ground any. Don't add any grounds. You're fine. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that I would just keep it all in the cab. drill a hole, put a nut and bolt,
Yeah.
sand it away, nice circle. Life will be good. All right, you look for one. I'm going to put one up real quick. Using 6903 components, which, with the nose and a hat, speaker do you measure from for time alignment? So this is a great question. This is where polarity popping comes in a lot, where you tick, 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 tick. Most of the time, I will start with those two speakers first. Some people will tell you go to the mid bass. It's totally fine. But I usually start with those and see where it gets me. And then I'll measure those two. And then if I'm using a radio, it's a little bit easier than using a DSP. But I will adjust. I won't go more than, let's say, 2 inches of adjustment. Everything after that is going to be level. Now we'll measure, when Fernando measures a car, he measures those and those, even if we're going to do passive, because if I put that in and it's not even close and I play with it a little bit, I'm not getting anywhere close, and I immediately stop, put in the number to the mid bass and see where I'm at there. So it depends. I used to put the numbers for the mid bass in all the time, and it would always not work. I would always end up back to the top speakers. So I just start with those now, and usually I'm pretty close. Just needs a little bit of tweaking with either level or an inch or two at one way or the other. And that's it. Pretty straight. But polarity pop, if you play the pop, pop, pop track, which you can find on Sheffield Labs' My Disc, if you're sitting here and it's polarity popping, as you get it right, it will move and it'll sound like the pop is coming out of the center of the dash. He can't do it. It's okay.
Can't. I try it. Can't.
The other thing to use is also on that same disc, they have the 3 people talking, the guy, and the girl.
I like that voice.
Yes. It's just not long enough for me. Yeah. So I'll typically use the pop and then switch to the girl. Yeah. And that's how we do it.
Also, just add like 2 inches from the grill of the speaker, whatever you're going to add. So,
Stan, no, not at the moment. Where are we at time? Hold on. Who am I not done?
Just
I did control. I did art.
Focal.
And I gotta put Focal. This last segment is brought to you by the fine folks at focal-mary.com. Okay, F-150 with the iData Maestro and a Blackbird amp. Am I going to run the Toslink? But imagine I still need to hook up the RCA inputs. They're labeled front rear sub. I imagine I just hooked them up 1 through 6. So there's no Toslink on that installation. So if you're, hold on. So if you're, all right. So if we're doing, it's F-150, so we're doing A to B. So if we're going to do A to B, so here's the thing. Maestro is still tweaking the Toslink output right now is the easiest way to answer that. So I haven't seen like what the current version of that is, meaning this is new within the last couple weeks. So I like to run 6 RCA outputs into inputs 1 through 6, as well as the Toslink. That makes the most sense. Okay. That way, if you decide that you want to go to Toslink, they're constantly pushing updates, then you're fine. You've already done it. It's all good to go. But more than likely you're going to end up today using the RCAs. So, but yeah, yes, your RCAs are going to 1 through 6. So super, super simple there. Now, the one thing I will tell you, just to save you a little bit of headache there, there's the RCA plug and there's the speaker wire plug. Okay, and they're the exact same plugs. On the iData, you can do away with the RCAs if you want to cut and solder and splice. It's hard, but you can make your own plugs. So, which is what we do because we got nothing but time. Hey guys, had a fun ride home yesterday. Thanks again for making the system sound incredible. I'm glad you loved it, man.
Thank you for all the hoodies
cool
and
stuff.
Everything. Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, this is the gentleman that had the F-150 in the video Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, Yeah.
All the RS.
Got to get back into the habit of doing Instagram on the weekend. I wanted to do it today, but I spent so much time over there talking with customers. It was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a catch-22, you know?
Sounds like you're a salesperson.
I am not a salesperson. Okay. Does anyone make a good replacement head unit for the current Mazda CX-5 with having the screen on the dash? Not really. Not yet.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, there again, if Metro doesn't make anything for it, probably not. But if it's a screen on the dash, then my guess is yes, you probably will see something
coming up. Yeah.
Soon-ish. You know, not soon enough, but probably by 2026.
Maybe.
You never know.
Yeah.
By any chance, have you had front view or side view cameras on a 2024, 2025 Wrangler? If so, what integration did you use? So the answer to that is no. 2024, 2025, no. We haven't really had that on there. It's a newer vehicle. They just finally got the Amp Pro done for that. I don't know if they've gotten around to, because it's a new harness. So it's a new harness pack. And that really wasn't popular because everyone was just pulling the radios on that. Obviously, with that new dash with the nice wide, you're not going to be doing that anytime soon. So who you want to look at is Echo Master from Pack or Stinger Off-Road, which I think it's just Stinger now. But they were the ones that made all of that stuff. So in their brand under Echo Master. So I would just kind of keep an eye on those guys and see what's going on with them. Hey, please help. I have a DMX 47S trying to hook up subs and amp now. Can't find the RCA wire and don't know where to connect the amp to the back of the head unit. So a lot of the new head units are plugs and they're in the box. And if you had the radio installed, the installer might not have given you the plugs. So the DMX 47S, I can guarantee you, had a plug. So if you pull it out and see a little tiny white plug on the bottom of the radio that has, 12 or 16 pins on it, that's where they go, and it's missing. The nice thing is either obviously you could take it back to where you got it, see if they still have it. They probably don't. Or there is a place where you can actually get that piece. It's called packparts.com. Pack, P-A-C, parts, P-A-R-T-S, packparts.com. They're in California. And they handle all the parts for all the radio manufacturers. So if you're looking for a microphone, you're looking for a weird plug, looking for all that stuff, it's all available through there. If you have no luck whatsoever, just give Paul a call here at the store.
That's what I want to say. It's easy.
He will gladly sell you one.
He will sell
you one. He will pull one out of a box and sell it to you.
Yep.
He doesn't care. So if you can't find it, but yes, that's what's missing is the input plug. It's also where the backup camera is plugged into. So it's all there.
Yeah.
It's fun and exciting.
I know.
Oh, Bobby's getting ready to go on Rise of the Resistance.
Ooh, I love that ride.
Yeah.
That was one of the best ones.
It's pretty cool. It's like a ride inside of a ride inside of a ride.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. I love it when it's
and Guardians of the Galaxy, favorite. Best.
Yeah, that's the human yo-yo.
That's the best.
I'm good. When you have an audio control epicenter, is their bass knob enough, or do you need the amp knob too? No, theirs is fine. So when you buy, okay, let me rephrase that. Depending on what epicenter you get. So if you get the Epicenter Micro, it comes with a dual function knob. So it has the effect knob on the outside, and then the front knob is the subwoofer level control. If you get the competition series, the classic, the good one, the cheaper one. Concert series. It starts with a C.
Competition?
I don't know.
Yeah, the concert series.
If you get the concert series version of it, the knob for that is only effect. So it's a one function knob. So you would need the knob for your amplifier. That's why back in the day when we just had that one, you'd see two knobs mounted in the dash. Two knobs. Ooh, baby. So yeah, there's that. You mean the Hotel of Terror? It was the Tower of Terror, which we still have here. You haven't ridden it yet because I haven't taken you guys.
But over there was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, it was originally Tower of Terror though.
Yeah.
Which gives better sound clarity? Focal Flax 3-way, Voce 3-way, Hertz MKPs, and will the AFM 12.4 bit be enough power, 3-way, and a coaxial? 12 to 14. So they're all 3 different sound signatures. And if you were to rate them on soft to hardest, it would go Voce is going to be your softest, Silk Soft Dome 2, very smooth, very natural. Loudness doesn't mean anything. They're all going to be loud. In the middle would be the Hertz, and on the right over here with the I want to party nightclub sound, it's going to be your Flax. So wherever you fall on that spectrum, you're golden. Now, will that be enough to power it? I don't know. It depends on how much, that's always the tough question. It's like, I mean, for most people, yeah. But I mean, if you're like, I want to blast myself out of the stratosphere, why not?
Thank you, Bobby. Enjoy your day.
It just depends. Power is always a tricky question. I don't really always have an answer for that. If I was doing a basic upgrade on a 2004 GMC with a Bose system in it, I would pull the radio and put a new radio. What would you suggest that wouldn't break the bank for $1,500 budget? So, all right. This is always that great question of like, what am I trying to do? I mean, you have 2 options. One, just add a sub and call it a day. Because really that's all you can get for $1,500 is a sub.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be half your budget. 2, am I going to be keeping this car for a while? Like, am I going to be driving this for the next 3 to 4 years? Because if I am driving it for the next 3 to 4 years, $1,500 is a waste of your time. You really need to put more money into it. And I would start with a head unit. Because the first thing is it's a 21-year-old head unit that it sucks. So you want to do an infotainment upgrade. You want to get into CarPlay, Android Auto, get something with an RC output, do away with all the obnoxious door chimes, get rid of the Bose crap. Then I would upgrade the speakers.
Mm-hmm.
I would put, 6 new speakers in it and add a sub. Small 5-channel amplifier. You can get into something like that. I don't know, $3,500.
Dude, you're
$4,000.
talking about $5,000 right now.
No, not necessarily. You don't have to go crazy. You can get a nice set of components, anywhere between, let's say, $200 to $350, $400.
Yeah.
Get a set of Morel HEs, put that in the front.
Yeah.
Who cares about the rear? I don't care about the rear.
No caring about
If you could do an 803.5 from Kenwood,
mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't have to go crazy. You get 908, put it in the dash, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only if you want super awesome. I mean, you could get something else. I mean, that's entirely up to you. But
so just double the money, right?
I think a $3,500 budget is more of what you really want to spend
mm-hmm.
to get something that's worth your time. $1,500, you put subs in it, roll out. If that's all you want, you're good. Anything outside of that, though, it's not worth it.
It is.
You're just going to end up with disappointment, sorrow, and crying on your pillow at night.
Yeah.
Wishing it was, I should have done that. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah. Listen, I know we didn't have a lot of time to answer questions. I apologize. We really wanted to kind of go through MasterTech Expo photos so you guys can kind of see what we did because we didn't have time to go live. I mean, we were legit busy every night. I mean, I had you there. I had Haley there. Fro was there. I spent like 10 minutes with Fro the whole weekend because it was like either he was going somewhere to do something with his guys because we were busy all day. And even during the day, like you'd pop over for like 15 minutes and then you'd disappear. I don't even know what you were doing while we were there.
I was just in my room sleeping.
I feel like you might have been,
but and then I just kind of like, get down.
Yeah,
oh my God, what's going on?
I didn't see any, it was crazy. But listen, thank you guys for putting up with that. Don't worry, Monday we'll be back here again and we will do a full show of Q&A and answer all your fun and exciting questions. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, though, on the Saturday. Thank you, yes, Mary Lou, and everyone. Have a fantastic weekend.
Yep.
If you'd like to hear more shenanigans about life in general, make sure to tune in tomorrow for The Boring Life of Dean and Haley. Haley knows best, and she will proudly tell you her perspective.
There you go. That would have been yes.
Yeah, no,
yes.
I wanted her to be over in the corner and she could tell us her thoughts on MasterTech Expo because she's a complete novice. She's never been there before.
This is her first time.
First time, and there again, like follows in her dad's footsteps, goes to an event for the first time, and what does she do? She ends up working it. It's like every show we've ever been to. It's like, we're gonna go. Oh, we're gonna work it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. I'm very thankful that Brian includes us in all of this and everyone else that's out there and working and making it a great show and all the people that come and just enjoy everything that we offer them,
That's
and
right.
the hard work that we put in to make sure they have a great time. Because when they have a good time, we have a good time. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Everyone likes to party. Yeah. Anyways, insert Lionel Richie song here. All right, guys, that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll see you back here Monday.
Bye, guys.
Fade to black.